and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sue of Bendnstretch with Sue. In today's video, I'll be taking you through a 1-hour Pilates class. Once again, this one is a practice that I have recorded with some of my live students on Zoom. So I hope you enjoy. Do be sure to give me one of these if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content, and you can check it out and check me out in the next video. Namaste. We're going to start off just rolling down and bringing the feet a little bit closer so that we can be in that nice neutral position through the pelvis. Make sure that your neck is neutral also. A good place to just check in, making sure your forehead, your chin are pretty much level. That's a good indication of being in that neutral position. And from here, let's take a big reach up overhead, bringing the arms over the shoulders, activating the powerhouse. So take a breath in. As you exhale, activate the pelvic floor, the lower abdomen muscles. Let's take another inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the chin and lift the head, rolling up onto the bottom tips of those shoulder blades, and then rolling your way back down again. Breathing in as you reach back, and breathing out as you lift and squeeze. So we just want to take our time here, getting the muscles warm, getting that breath and body connection to work in unison. And today I'm going to be salt and peppering in some actual isometric holds in the practice. But we're going to wait till we're warmed up to do those. We'll be doing them for about 5 to 10 second holds, just to get that extra bit of effort. Now, as you come up this time, we're going to stay up here. See if you can bring the legs up in a tabletop position, holding on to the knees, tucking the chin. Maybe see if you can lift up a little bit higher here. Try to bring the bottom ribs closer to your hips as you roll up, and then let's roll it back down again. Good. Bring the feet back to your mat. You can open your arms wide or cactus them, that your knees sway a little bit here to loosen up into that lower back. Especially in the morning, we want to make sure that we take some time to wake up the spine as we bring the knees back to the center. Bring your hands alongside the hips, palms down. Walk your shoulder blades a little bit toward each other, but still remaining neutral. Lengthen your tailbone as you curl it off the mat, curling up into your bridge stance. So this is a way that we wake up the glutes, get them activated. Let's add some pulses here. We'll do 10 of them. So more of a squeeze to lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. And then roll it all the way back down again. Bring the knees into your chest, lift your nose to your knees, and let's gently rock side to side. You can bring the head back down as you do that, massaging right across the back. As we bring the legs back to our tabletop, so you want to feel that powerhouse activated here. We're going to be moving into the 100, so as usual, you would know that you've got the option of having feet on the floor, tabletop, legs at 90 or legs out at 45. But today, let's add in a little extra something as we make sure that upper body is in the proper position. Little tuck of the chin, parking the head over the shoulders, reaching the arms. We're going to inhale with the legs slightly higher. We're going to exhale with the legs slightly lower, which is going to really load up those abs. Now, if you need to modify, go ahead, listen to your body. So take a breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50, inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60, inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 70, inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 80, inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 90, inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 100. Bring those knees in and release it. Take the hands to the kneecaps and make some circles here to massage that low back. Feels really good, both directions, releasing. And bring your legs back to tabletop. And let's lift up again, holding on to those knees. Make sure your body stays straight and really level and stable. Take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand reaches toward the ankle. Don't let that twist you. We're not doing an oblique right now. We are really focusing on the rectus abdominis, loading it up further if you extend the left leg. So you're going to exhale, squeeze up, inhale, exhale, squeeze up a little higher, and continue to alternate it. Keeping your body really squared and level as you do this. So you want to feel your upper abs working, your lower abs working here to really keep that body absolutely still and moving gracefully, just like that ballet dancer that Joseph Pilates used to do the work with. So let's finish it up with the left side, little pause, bring the right knee in and roll it back down again. And bring the legs long this time, stretch both arms long. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift the right leg and lift your left hand toward the foot, the toes, the ankle, the shin, whatever you can reach. Bring it back down again, inhale. Exhale, switch to the other side, right hand to the left foot, and keep going. Now, when you do this and you extend the arms long, pay attention that you are not letting your back arch a whole bunch. You don't want to be popping up your rib cage, but instead you want to make sure that you're staying neutral. So you're always engaging those core muscles. They're always working just like a girdle of muscle around you. So breathing in, breathing out when you exert energy and strength. Breathe out. Let's do one more to each side. Breathe out, breathe in as you extend, breathe out, and bring it in and pause right there. Keep those arms lifted. Breathe in and let's fire up that whole abdominal wall again as we reach the arms forward, tuck the chin, really press through your feet as you roll up to the place where you are able to. So that might mean you're just lifting up your head, keeping your chin tucked in, or you are able to roll up all the way. It doesn't matter. It's really about how your muscles feel, how hard they are working as you continue to do this. So let's do a few more. And really, this is a really great one for flexibility of the spine. When you do this, what you don't want to have is your back kind of staying really flat the whole way through. You want to think about creating flexibility in the spine as you roll up, and you also want to be very proud, very open through the chest as you do so. So we're going to do one more, just like that. And as we come all the way down this time, we are going to bring the fingertips by the ears and lifting the legs up to our tabletop. So as you load up those lower abs, keep those legs stacked in this way. For now, take a breath in. As you exhale, lift up. So take another breath in. Now you can bring your right shoulder, or your right ribs rather, towards your left leg. You can keep both legs in tabletop or extend the right leg. So your choice. Let's switch it over to the other side. Breathe in and then breathe out as you reach. So keep thinking about bringing the bottom ribs on the right side toward the left hip bone. And you make sure that you're not pulling on your head while you reach across. So you want to keep the elbow out in your peripheral vision so that you are really focusing on what's happening in your midsection, and you are propping up your head, your shoulders to be picked up by those abdominal muscles. So let's do a little bit quicker now as we pick up the tempo. Breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out, in, out, in, out. One more to each side. Bring it in and bring the feet down. Keep your knees bent. Let's reach the hands toward our ankles. Now, again, you're going to lift up the head, park it over the shoulders, take a breath in as you exhale. Reach your right hand towards your right ankle, maybe your foot, maybe your toes. If you've got long arms, you can reach it further. Inhale back to center. Do the same thing to the left side. So breathe in and out, in and out. Side to side. Trying to squeeze and lift a little bit higher if you can. Side to side, so those obliques probably starting, if they're not already, on fire from those crisscrosses that we've just done. And again, finish it up. Last one right here. Roll it down. Stretch legs out long once again. As you bring your hands alongside your hips, let's bring the right leg up above your hips. So you're going to take a moment here to really focus on, it's almost as if you're trying to pick up that right thigh out of the hip joint. So you want to really fire up the leg muscles, keep the powerhouse fired up. Option to lift up your left leg to really load things in the powerhouse. Also, easier option, bend your left leg, keep your left foot on the floor. So as we point through the toes, we're going to circle around, drawing those smooth rounded circles and keeping them a little bit brisk as you circle around. Breathe in and out. Let's go the other way. Circle around. Try to keep your body super, super still here. If you're not sure if you're rolling around, bring the hands to your pelvis. You'll figure it out pretty quickly if there's a lot of movement there. Minimize it. Breathe in and out. In and out. And bring it all the way back to center. Switch the legs up. Going right into the next side. Circle inward. The bigger the circle, the more challenge you're going to give yourself. So you can keep it really tiny and small and really concentrate on not only firming up the leg, but also firming up the rest of your body so that you're not wobbling around. Go the other way. You're going to feel that powerhouse working hard to stabilize that right leg, working hard to stay lifted if it is, adjust it if you need to. Finish up with 3, 2, 1, and bring it back. Bring both knees into your body and gently massage out the back. When you're ready to bring the legs up, reach through those tippy toes and reach through the fingertips. Tuck the chin in and reach the arms forward. So from here, you're going to keep the chest open. Come on up onto the bottom tips of your shoulder blades as best as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach further forward and come back. Reach and come back. Now make sure that you're not looking up at your toes, because that can be really straining for your neck. If you start to find that your neck does get tired, you can always give it some extra support by placing the fingertips right at the base of your skull, or you could just bring the head down in between. Now this time, as we reach through, we're going to stay up as high as we can, and we're coming into that first isometric hold. So take a breath in, exhale, reach further forward, really shorten the gap between ribs and hips, holding it here for another 6, 5, 4, reach further forward, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Let that blood flow restore to those muscles and tissues. Now bringing the left leg back down again, just like we did when we were doing the circles, only this time we're coming into an isometric hold. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, reach it forward again. Reach, reach, reach. Keep the chest proud and open. Reach through both tippy toes. Hold it here. Get a little higher up. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Firm up those legs. 2, 1, and switch. Now you can bring the head down if you need to, or stay up. Hang in there. Try to get a little higher. Reach a little further. Reach through those fingertips. Reach through the tips of your toes. Hold it for 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. 7, 6, 5. Hold. Reach. 3, 2, 1, and release it all. Bring the head down. Bring the feet down. Let your knees sway a little bit here, side to side. And let's bring those, we're going to bring the heels fairly close to your bottom, and then slide the hips over to the left side. Then let your knees stack over to the right. So from here you can extend your right arm away from you, or cactus it once again. Take your left fingertips right by your ear, elbow opened wide. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift up your body. Try to come to really, again, make that space smaller. Reach with your left hand, and then bring it back down for 1. Reach, and down for 2. 3. There's somebody doing some construction upstairs, of course. Always something to keep things interesting. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. This one we're going to hold it here. Hold it. Hold it. Tuck the chin in. Look right over top of your left hip. Reach through your fingertips. Keep that bottom shoulder blade lifted. Hold it, hold it, hold it. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Bring those knees back up. Bring your hips back into alignment. Heels nice and close to your bottom. And let's slide those hips over to the right. Stack the knees. Open up that left arm, or cactus it in front of you. Fingertips by your right ear. So you want to have your right shoulder, your right rib cage, and hip nicely aligned. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift up. Lift up nice and high, and then reach with the right hand and release for 10, 9. Let's keep going. It's nice to start with a fresh side. Last 5. And 4. 3. 2. And this one we're holding. We're holding, we're reaching. Again, keep that gaze past that top hip. Keep your chest open, reach through the fingers to get that bottom rib cage as much as you can off the floor. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, maybe a little higher, 1, and release it. Knees come back to the center, hips slide back in alignment. Bring those knees into the body and give yourself a really, really nice hug. As you bring your nose towards your knees, hold on to the back of your legs or your ankles if you want to make it harder. We're going to begin to rock and roll forward and back, massaging the spine. Again, this one's great for flexibility and strength in that core, especially the closer those heels are to your body. Let's balance at the top. Hold it here. Balance, keep that chest open. Breathe. Let's see if we can maybe bring the legs up a little bit higher. Maybe bring the legs up so they're nice and straight. Reaching through those fingertips again. Once again, isometric hold. Chest proud and open for another 9, 8, 7, 6. Maybe you can bring your thighs a little closer to your belly. 3, 2, 1, and release it. Stretch the legs out long in front of you. Open the feet up a little bit wider than the hip width. I'm just going to turn around here so you can see better. We're coming into saw as we open the arms nice and wide. Take a breath, reach the top of your head up a little higher. Make sure you're not popping out those ribs. As you exhale, you're going to bring your left hand toward your right toes for a double pulse. Bring it back to center as you inhale. Exhale, twist to the other side, double pulse. Pinky toward your baby toe. Just going to scoot forward a little bit more here so I've got room. Inhale and exhale, twist, double pulse. Breathe in and out, out. Breathe in and out, out. So make sure that you don't scrunch up again around the neck area. Keep that neck long and graceful. Imagine that you are wearing the most precious of jewelry and you really want to show it off. So you've got that collarbone nice and wide and open. Your neck is elongated so that you can maintain that graceful stance. Bring it back to the center. Relax the arms. Give yourself a little bit of a shoulder roll here as you come up in that way, loosening up. And bring the legs back in alignment with your hips. Let's take a nice easy stretch as we bring the arms up. Bringing your left hand to the right leg or vice versa. Bring the other hand behind you and just come into a nice easy twist here as you look past the shoulder. Great way to rebalance your spine. Let it go, come back. Take an inhale, arms up, and let's switch it over to the other side. Nice and easy twist. Chin stays level as you do. Head reaches up. Both sit bones are heavy, and then come on back to unwind and reset. So from here, we are going to move onto the hands and knees. So coming into table, stacking the hands right underneath the shoulders, and stacking your knees right underneath your hips, reaching the head forward, pulling the belly in. Make sure the hands are really wide open here. Take your right arm, bring it alongside the ear. Take your left leg, reach it away from your hip. So you're reaching out through that left heel, keeping your balance and staying centered. Breathe in and breathe out as you bring elbow to knee. Breathe in and reach it away. Breathe out and squeeze. Again, we're getting those obliques targeted here while we continue to always keep our powerhouse supporting our backs so that we're nice and strong in those back muscles. This time, we're going to hold that crunch. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold the extension as well. Stay centered, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Bring the knee under. Take a little release here. Bring the arms at your sides or stretch them away from you, whatever feels best. Let the shoulder blades slide away from the middle of your back. And then slowly unroll. Come on back to your table when you are ready. Open up those hands. Use the entirety of both hands. Keep that belly button. Pull to your spine. Press through the tops of those feet. Reach your left arm away from you. Fingertips point straight ahead. Thumbs up. Reach through your right leg. So find the leveling in your pelvis. Make sure your right hip does not float way up above the left. You want to try to keep them level. That's going to force you to activate your core. Breathe in and breathe out. Just squeeze. So moving through this with absolute control in your execution. Notice the difference it makes when you breathe in as you reach, breathe out as you squeeze. We've got another 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Hold that crunch. Hold it here. Don't tighten up your neck. Keep it nice and long. Even if there's a little tuck in the chin, that's okay. You just don't want to scrunch it up around your ears. Hold it for another 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach it. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Bring the big toes together, open the knees, make it a nice, easy, wide angle child's pose that makes it really restorative feeling. So you want to soften up your belly, maybe bring your hands to stack so you can rest your forehead there, maybe bring your ear to the mat to add a little bit deeper release as you soften up. You can do that to both sides if you're bringing the ear to the mat. And come on back up again. Now at any point, I've mentioned before, if your hands or wrists start to get tired, you can always come up on fists. Many find this a comfortable way to position themselves in table, or you can come down on forearms. So you decide what's going to work best for you, but we're going to work a little bit longer in our table position, tucking the toes under and either staying on your knees or lifting the knees up above the floor. Now if you're bringing your knees up, try to keep them only about an inch, maybe 2 inches max away from the floor, picking up the right leg as you reach it away and bring it back. So reach and bend, extend and bend for 4, 5, 6, 7, make sure, I know my left knee wants to come up, 9, we're going to hold it on 10, hold it here, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release both of them. Phew, and come on up. Roll out the shoulders, shake out those arms. So lots of work going on in the supporting leg and plenty going on in that upper body as well. The arms are working hard and the chest muscles, all those stabilizers for the shoulders are working hard. So let's get it over with by doing the other side now. So come on back to your table when you're ready. Again, other option is you're keeping your right knee on the floor and you're just focusing on that extending and contracting of your left leg. So if you're lifting the knees off, you're tucking your toes and lifting up, hovering, lifting up that left leg, reach it back for 10, 9. Make sure that your powerhouse is active. It's going to make a huge difference in building the strength and stabilizing things. So another 5 from here. Watch that right knee. It's going to want to creep up on you. So try to keep it hovering. No more than 2 inches if possible. 3 more. And 2. And this one we're going to hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. And let it go. Shake out those arms. Stretch the arms. You can bring the hands together. Interlace your fingers. And then just lean over to one side a little bit as you soften into that stretch. Bring it back to the middle and then do the same thing on the other side. And bring it back to the center. Shake out those arms. Let's give the arms a bit of a break. Now we're going to make our way all the way down to the mat. Well, let's start onto our forearms. So this is going to really target the core. So you can interlace your fingers if you like. And from here, we're going to move the hips in alignment with the rest of the body. So you can stay on your knees, or you can keep your toes tucked to lift the knees up away from the floor as you come into a hovering plank. So make sure that you're firing up your legs here. Quite often I'll see kind of saggy knees, and you really want to make this a whole body exercise because it strengthens all of those muscles and it really helps you to have better posture because you're firing up the whole chain of muscles. Reaching your head forward, keeping those glutes fired as well is going to help you really putting those big muscles to work. Same thing with the big thigh muscles. So let's isometric hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, drop to the knees if you need to, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop those knees down. Come on onto your belly. If you need to, you can make it a child's pose instead. We're going to do a little bit of work here shortly. We're going to take a rest first. So again, you can stack the hands and bring your forehead to those stacked hands, or you can hold a child's pose. As we prepare to come into some back work, we've already done some in our table, but we're going to fire it up a little bit more as we bring more focus on those back muscles, picking up the weight of the body. So I'm just going to move over here. Hopefully you can still see me well at the edge of my mat here. Need a little bit more room to use the arms and get those arms activated and legs as well. So we're going to start out, we're going to be making snow angels. Now, if you need an alternative to being in that prone position, you could come onto all fours again, hands and knees, and do one arm and one leg at a time. Now, you can do if you're doing one arm, one leg, you can do opposite arm and leg, or for extra challenge, you could try the same arm, same leg on the same side, and that is gonna really amp up the challenge. So let's get making those snow angels. That's what we need this morning in July, the steaming hot temperatures. Just think of those snow angels and maybe appreciate this warmer weather a little bit more. So let's take a breath in, lengthen, and reach. Exhale, open up nice and wide with the arms and legs. Bring them back in and down. Breathe in and breathe out. Open wide and long and bring it back. Continuing on with those snow angels. You can slow down the pace if you need to. As usual, you can always skip some repetitions and pace yourself so that you make sure that you are developing your own body strength as you feel ready to take it on. So let's do another 2. Really feeling those glutes working as well as the back muscles. On this one, we're going to come up again into our snow angel. We're going to hold it here for 10 counts. Stay high, stay long for another 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze those glutes, 2, 1, and release it. Once again, we take a little bit of a break. This time, bring the arms at your sides, bring the ear to the mat, and just take a rest here for a few moments. Just breathing with ease and just feeling good. It's those pauses in between that very demanding, challenging group of repetitions and hold that really give you an appreciation, really help you to connect mind-body. If you're having the ear to the mat, you'll want to bring the other one to the mat as well, just to balance that out. And from here, let's bring the tip of the nose to our mat. Bring the hands outside of the ribs. Draw your elbows in towards you. From your toes or from your knees, we are going to press up into a high plank. Holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. In your table, let's go through a few rounds of cow and cat. Always a beautiful way to massage the spine. And from here, come on back to your table. Now we are going to move into a little bit more arm work. So I'm just going to turn around so that I can get you to see me better as you bring the hands wider than your chest and shoulders. So usually when we're doing our tricep push-ups, we've got the hands really narrow. Now we want to make it wide. Spread the fingers, maybe press, feel yourself pressing into the rim, particularly the base of your thumb and index, as well as the pads of the fingers. Move forward so that your chest is in line with your wrists and elbows, not your shoulders. So you want to have the chest there. Keep the chest proud. Take a breath in, exhale, come on down to about elbow level and press back up again. So we're going to bend and reach. Bending and stretching up. So activating the chest muscles here. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, isometric hold. Let's come down to elbow level. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push it up. Come on back. Come on back. You can sit on your heels or you can stay up in kneeling. You can circle out your wrists a little bit here to massage them out. Same thing with the shoulders. You can roll it out. You can give the head a little nod from side to side, stretching into the neck, which can feel quite nice. And when you are ready, let's bring the palms together. Bring them to your heart. Now as you press those palms together, we're going to bring the elbows together. Squeeze those elbows together as best as you can. Lift them up, try to keep the elbows squeezing together and bring them back. Lift and lower. Lifting and lowering. So continuing to move those arms, keeping them in prayer, for your arm toners here as we continue to move up and down. Very slow, smooth, pulsing motion. Keep squeezing those elbows and lift the elbows this time. Hold them lifted, hold them as high as you can without letting your elbows separate. Or if you can't get the elbows together, as close as you can, have them together. Hold them there. Hold, lift a little higher for another 5. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers so that you press the heart forward and lifting the hands away from you to get more of a stretch across the chest, right into those upper arms. Let's bring the arms out at shoulder height. Reach through the fingertips. Begin to make some circles with the arms. The arm circles from your shoulder joint rather than your body moving with the arm moving. So it's just the arm, isolating it right at that shoulder joint. Reaching through those fingertips, keeping the movement tight and small, maybe picking up the pace a little bit faster. Try to keep your body still, even as you pick up the pace. So it becomes easy the faster you go to start swaying with the movement of your arms, but resist that. Stop right there, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle the other way. Circle around. Little tiny circles. Keep them slower. Pick up the pace if you like. Moving those arms along. Keeping the body still. Keeping the chest proud and open. So visualize yourself reaching and elongating through those fingertips, keeping your chest really proud. Visualize your chest muscles here, your pectoral muscles, really supporting you as you keep moving through. Let's finish up the movement with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. If you're shaking, that's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, hang in. Last one, release those heavy arms. Again, shake them out. Get the blood flowing in the shoulder joint. And that's probably enough of that. Let's move on as we come into table, but we're going to walk the hands further away to come into inverted V. So as you lift the hips up in that inverted V, press the heels down, bend one leg, stretch the other one out. Bend the other leg, stretch the opposite leg out. Bend both legs, walk your feet toward your hands, and let's slowly unroll. So again, really think about that abdominal wall supporting your body as you unroll and move up to standing nice and tall. So as we come to standing, the good news is we're going to give the arms a break. We're going to bring the work into the legs. Bigger muscles, so we need to make sure that we balance that out with some good, strong, strong work. So let's step back with the right foot. We're going to take a big step into a lunge. So on this first one, it gives you the opportunity to establish how far back you can step and then bend your knee. You're searching for the floor, but you're not touching the floor. Try to keep your shoulders right over top of your hips. Straighten the leg and step it in. Excuse me, just a little tap and take another big step back. Bend the knee and lift and step and tap. Step back and dip, lift and tap for 3. So continuing on, as we continue to really keep control of the body, moving up and down like an elevator rather than forward and back like an escalator. So do keep those shoulders stacked over top of your hips and try to keep your ears stacked over top of your shoulders. See if maybe you can tip down, bring that knee down a little bit closer to the floor. You might even graze the floor each time you step back. Let's do another 2. One more from here. This one, we're going to hold it in our low lunge. So knee is dipping down. Make sure you really feel that load into your left glute, your left leg, that left heel. Stay lifted here. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it in. Shake out that left leg especially. And we're going to start with a somewhat fresher leg on the right side. So again, that first one is the one that gives you a good indication of how far back you need to step in order to feel yourself really loading up that right leg and sinking down with the left one. Alignment, get your alignment, even if you have to skip some repetitions, more important to do that. So it's just a little tap as you step forward and then step back and dip it down and forward. So we're doing a total of 10 of these. So we have 7 more. 6. So this challenges the balance as well as strengthening your legs, strengthens your core because of the balance challenge that you're building into this. The strengthening not only on the leg that reaches back, but certainly in the stabilizing leg. That's where you're going to feel it the most. So 2 more. And of course, on our last one, we're going to step it back. We're going to hold it as we search for the floor. Stay proud and open. And we've got another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten and step it in again. Shake that out. Bring some movement into both of those legs. Get that blood flowing in there. So when you are ready to move on, we're going to stay standing a little bit longer. We're going to take the feet a little bit wider than hip width and standing nice and tall. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come on down to a plie squat. Straighten, bring the fingertips by the ear. We're going to bring the right knee toward the left elbow and right elbow toward the left knee. Bring it back to your plie squat. Lifting up and cross and squat it down. Side to side and down. Now when you make your way down, you are trying to get that bottom down around knee level, but make sure your stance is wide enough that you're not putting pressure in behind those kneecaps. Side, side, and down. Side to side, and squat. 2 more. Last one. Down. This time we're going to come up. We're going to hold it, isometric hold across, bringing the right knee toward left elbow. Hold it. Hold it. If you fall out of balance, that's okay. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come on down. A little short on that one. Got a break on that one. Let's try the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pick it up across. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a big step. Bringing the hands to the heart as you come into your plie squat. Hold it here. Get that bottom nice and low. Press those knees towards your baby toes. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8. Keep that tailbone tucked. 6, 5. Keep the chest lifted. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Again, you can give the legs a shake. If those glutes need a little tapping, getting that blood flowing throughout. And let's come back to the top of the mat as we reach up. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin in. Roll down into a forward fold, articulating through your spine. Take a breath in, and we're going to walk the hands up along the legs here. You want to have a bit of softness in your knees. We are going to sink the hips back into a chair squat. So holding that, keeping the toes really light, keeping the chest lifted. Let's sink the hips a tiny bit more, a tiny bit more. Keep sinking those hips lower, 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 lower. Bring your bottom down and stretch your legs out. Or come on down in the manner that works for you. So from here, we are making our way down. So breathe in, reach up. Breathe out and articulate your way down. And we are going to slowly release. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Center, tops, and the head comes down. The arms are reached back behind you. Breathe. As you bring your hands alongside your hips, walk your feet in so your heels coming closer towards your bottom, keeping your chest proud and open. Lengthen the neck and lift the tailbone to peel up into your bridge stance. So this one we're using as a means of stretching. If you do have a block, you could slide it underneath your sacrum if you like. You can interlace your fingers. You can press your baby fingers into the mat to make it more of a yoga bridge, where you are stretching and opening up those front interior lines of the body. Press and lift up, breathe in, and then breathe out, roll it back down again. Hug the knees into your body. Massage your back and make it feel really, really good as you do. Let's reach away the left leg as you keep hugging your right knee into your body. And taking your left hand to your right foot, right hand to the right kneecap. Do a little bit of seesawing side to side here. Loosening up that hip. The hips do work when we're working in our Pilates practice. We do end up using the hip flexors somewhat. Even though we focus on the powerhouse, we still end up using them. So we want to make sure we loosen that up. Let's first loosen the back of the leg as we interlace the fingers behind your right leg. Flex the ankle, reach through your heel, pull the toes towards you. Bend the knees to squeeze it in. Rolling onto your left side, take a hold of that right foot. Pull it in towards you, point the knee away from you, and let the shoulder open up nice and wide, crossing your bottom ankle on the top leg if you want the extra stretch. So totally optional. You could just let the leg rest there. But if you have the flexibility to cross it on top, you're going to find a really nice decompression of that hip. Come on onto your back again. Bring the ankle to stack over top of your left thigh, and then give it a nice pull. Reclined pigeon figure 4 stretch. Stretches the glutes beautifully. And using every exhale to make it a little bit deeper. It's so important to take the time to stretch after exercising. It makes such a difference in the recovery of those muscles. If you have access, you can uncross here and hold on to the left knee, so relax the right leg. Take a hold of your right foot your left foot with your right hand, and left knee with your left hand, little seesaw motion. If you do have access to a foam roller or even tune-up therapy balls, it's a really good idea to invest some time after your practice. I do have a foam roller session on my Bendnstretch channel that I've put up. It's a whole body massage, self-massage with a foam roller. It's wonderful after working out. From here, we'll stretch the left leg. I find that by rolling out the muscles in addition to stretching, the recovery is so much easier after. There's no soreness or very minimal, if any. So pulling that leg towards you, keeping the ankle flexed. And then as you bend it, you're going to take a hold of that foot, rolling onto your right side now as you hold on to the foot, pulling the heel towards you and possibly crossing your bottom ankle over the top of the leg. Pay attention to that shoulder, your left shoulder. Let it slide back behind you. Relax your jaw here. Soften up all your facial features as well. Using your breath to help you to relax goes a long way as well to that recovery. And then release it, rolling onto your back for that figure 4 stretch. Bringing your right knee toward your upper body. Continuing to bring it a little bit closer and closer every time you breathe out. Noticing the difference from one side to the other as well. That's the other thing that stretching and rolling will help you with, is bringing more balance into the two sides of the body so they're not so distinctively different. And then release it. Bring both knees to bend again. You can open the arms wide or cactus them. Let your legs wiper blade from side to side. Let's finish up with a final twist as we let the knees fall to the right side. You can keep them stacked. You can even use your right hand on the left knee to help you slide it towards your chest. That will deepen that stretch. And then let it go. Back through the center. Let those knees tip over to the other side. Sliding your top leg towards you. Your gaze away from the legs is a good way to get a little bit deeper into the stretch also. And then let it go. Come on back to the center. As you reach the arms back behind you, lengthen the legs, lengthen your arms. Breathe in. And as you exhale, start to reach the arms forward, tuck the chin in. You can do that final roll up, or you can roll it to the easiest way that works for you. As you come up to seated, take a moment to really connect with what's going on the inside. Feel that peace, that buzz that follows a practice. Take a moment to really appreciate that sensation. Appreciate yourself for showing up on the mat, working hard today. Let's appreciate the technology that actually worked throughout the entire practice today. Yay! Thank you so much for showing up.